my name's Emmely, and I'm your friend and host of the Los Angeles Friends podcast. And I'm here with my good friend, Deidre.
Hello.
She is super fun and awesome and exciting, and I'm so stoked to have you on the podcast.
Thanks for having me. Also, thanks for saying that I'm so fun.
This wonderful, amazing human is a flight attendant here in Los Angeles, and today we're going to kind of get into where'd you grow up, what brought you here, how'd you become a flight attendant, and then maybe you'll tell us how many people you've caught doing weird shit.
Oh, yeah.
Up in the sky.
Quite a bit.
Oh no, that's terrifying. So I think like the first thing that I would love to get into is, where did you grow up?
I grew up in New Hampshire on the East Coast in the Northeast.
Never been there.
You don't have to go there.
You grew up there.
Uh-huh.
And then what? Where'd you go after that?
I came to LA when I was 18.
I didn't know you moved here that young.
Yeah, but it was a culture shock. So
I'm sure.
moved back to New Hampshire after a year.
Okay, wait. But what about LA gave you culture shock that it made you pack your bags and dip?
I was
Poor baby.
my first time being on my own. I didn't really know what I was doing. And it's
enough.
very different from New Hampshire. And it was a lot more expensive. You go to the store and milk was $6, And then I only lasted for a year in New Hampshire and then went to Chicago.
How long were you there for?
5 years total. But I think it was 3 years then, and then I moved back for 2 years.
Again?
Yeah, I've moved a lot.
Dang.
It's part of being a flight attendant. You're always on the move.
There you go. There's
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, so you started your career in Chicago?
Yep.
Okay.
As a gate agent. And I was actually living with a flight attendant at the time.
Ooh.
And I had a really bad day at work one day, and she kind of just was like, we're hiring for in-flight. Why don't you go in-flight? And I was like, is that possible? Could I do that? And I'd been wanting to come back to LA because I was over Chicago at that point.
Oh.
Got the job, and I was like, I'm out. And that's been here for the most part. Yeah.
You packed your bags and hopped off a plane at LAX.
Literally. Literally.
Hell yeah.
And then, I lived in a crash pad at El Segundo for a while.
What's that?
It's literally a house with bunk beds that pilots and flight attendants live in. But yeah, living in bunk beds in the same room with guys and girls can be a little bit crazy.
It sounds kind of like a hostel.
It is, except
stayed in
it's the
hostels?
same people
Every time.
all the time.
Okay. Yeah. And then now you have a place of your own, and I'm sure it's more comfortable. And
I mean, I literally shared a bed with my best friend, Nick, which made it awkward when he would have girlfriends over, but
you're like, I'll sleep on
I'll be on the
foot
couch.
of the bed.
Yeah.
What
No,
size
I would
bed
go to the
was
couch.
it?
I would go to the couch.
What size bed was it?
I think a queen.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
decent. I mean, if
Yeah.
it was like a full,
No,
But you're
no.
short and small enough.
And I don't move. I'll just stay there.
Dang.
The crazy part was the first time around. So I didn't get the job actually the first time. They called me and told me that they thought that I wouldn't work well with
She sucked.
different crews. Yeah. They thought I was too shy.
Really?
Shocking.
Not
I
the
don't know
person I know today.
No.
What the hell?
They were like, I don't know. So, but then I think they had people drop out and they called me back 2 weeks later and were like, actually, I think you'll be okay.
You're like,
So
oh.
they gave me the job.
You were their second choice.
Yeah.
You're like, I'll take it.
Yeah. And now it's been 11 years.
Okay, so you got a place here and everything, but I want to go back kind of at the start of your flight attendant journey. I've heard that it can be kind of intimidating and
Yeah, thousands of people apply every year because it's been people's dream for years. We get older women that come in. They're like, I've been wanting to be a flight attendant since I was 20. So they finally quit their job and came to be a flight attendant, which is always so cute. But yeah, so for us though, mine was a little bit easier because I was
A Nepo baby?
an internal. Yeah, literally. Well, I kind of was because I was working for the airline already.
Yeah.
So they were hiring a lot of internal transfers.
so it wasn't that hard for you per se, but I mean, you failed the first time. Failed is kind of a mean word. I don't mean it like that.
No,
but,
I get it.
But what was there other parts of it aside from being shy that you think made it difficult? What was the interviewing process like?
It's a group interview. Flight attendants are constantly working with different people.
That's right.
You're never working with the same person.
Okay.
Unless eventually you can work with the same person if you are senior enough. But other than that, they want to know that you can interact with people and different types of people and it be you don't get lost in the, shuffle or whatever and you can handle it.
I feel like flight attendants and maybe baristas have the hardest customer facing jobs out there.
I would agree with that.
People can be dicks.
Oh, they're so rude.
I feel like people travel and then they become monsters. I don't know, like they don't have manners or something.
Oh,
it just goes out the window.
Yeah, we used to say that, people check their, brains when they check their bag.
Yeah.
I
don't got to worry about anything. Just got to get on my flight.
Exactly. Just sit down. Put your bag up and sit down. It's not that hard.
So after you got the job and you accepted and you said, I'll take it. It's all mine. I want to do it. But yeah, like what was it like?
We come to LA for, actually, no, our training was in San Francisco. We went to San Francisco ours was 5 weeks, but there are airlines that have like 8-week training or longer. It's pretty intense. You have to if you go to class every day and you do like type of book work, you learn all the like airport codes and everything. And then you have to actually learn evacuation commands and how to evacuate an aircraft.
Oh, wow.
Like most of our training is based off of things that we barely have to do.
Yeah.
But it's important because
yeah,
when the time comes, we have to be ready. It's pretty intense and especially like I was a little bit more timid back then. So like having to do commands in front of because they'll have you start practicing in front of everybody. And I'm like, oh no.
But that's good because it forces you to get comfortable with being that, customer facing person. I mean, even now people don't pay attention to flight attendants when you guys do
No.
What is it?
No, I had a woman talking on her phone the other day.
Put the mask on.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, can you get off the phone?
The intense training, obviously, it's really important. You guys deal with a lot of stuff in your industry and in that line of work.
Yeah. But it is important. Like I literally, every time we're cleaning up or, telling people to put their seat backs forward, that's my job to set you up for success in the unlikely event of an emergency.
I'd imagine it's like trying to get a bunch of toddlers to do something.
Oh my God.
Like people know they're not supposed to have their back rested or what is it called? Like
their seat back
when you're going to be landing or taking off and they don't listen.
No. I'm like, there's people that don't want to buckle their seatbelts. I'm like, okay, it's your life, not mine. Good luck.
RIP. So once the 5 weeks are done of the training program, you come back to LA and then you get thrown into your first flight?
Yeah. So flight attendants go on what we call reserve. So it's on call.
Oh.
Yeah. Some airlines, you're on call for a really long time. Others, not so long. I was on call for 2 years.
Dang. So you didn't have like a set schedule? I mean, you kind of don't now either, but.
No, yeah. You're on, like, I'll be on call for 5 days, have 3 days off.
Oh, okay.
And then, kind of like that. They call you and you have to go to the airport within 2 hours.
So you have to make sure you're in LA. During that time?
Yes, you cannot leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
For your first flight that you had, it wasn't scheduled. You were on call and you found out 2 hours before the flight?
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, sometimes you get more than 2 hours, but I remember that day it was 2 hours right on the top. And LA traffic can be terrifying in a 2 hour call out.
Do you remember how you felt?
Oh, yeah. I was nervous. So nervous. But I was working with a classmate.
Okay.
So that helped a little bit.
Yeah. So you scurried on over to LAX. Yeah. Do you remember where your first flight was to?
Probably San Francisco.
Oh,
because I used to work for Virgin America. I can't say that because that airline does no longer exist. But
it's not Virgin Airlines. It's not the same thing.
No, Virgin Atlantic is an English airline, and then Virgin Australia is obviously in Australia. Virgin America was America. Yeah.
Insert eagle.
Yeah.
Screeching. Here.
So we did a lot of San Francisco and stuff. So I think my first trip was up to San Francisco and probably right back down to LA.
2 years later, you became full-time, no longer on standby. What was that like?
Life-changing. Because reserve is hard. Because, you can't do things during the day. You can't make an appointment for the doctor. You can't do anything. Like, you are on call, and you have to be able to get to the airport. So after that time of not being on reserve, it was really life-changing.
Yeah,
It's like I could have a schedule. I could try and go where I wanted to go. I couldn't go to a lot of but mostly went to New York,
Yeah.
But
do you feel like the reserve makes it for a very high turnaround?
Yeah.
People are more likely to quit.
Yeah. Because mine was 2 years, but there have been people on reserve at my current job that have been on reserve were on reserve for 6 years. I would not have lasted.
Why do you think they do that? Or do you know at all?
No, it's just hiring. It's like, because COVID happened, they couldn't hire. So, they can't just take you off reserve. They need reserves because us flight attendants tend to call out a lot.
I had to take
we call out sick a lot.
I had to take a flight, I think 4 days after the whole shutdown thing happened. And that's when the flights, they had one person in a seat, empty, and then another person.
Yeah.
So there was so much space.
Yeah.
I think that one flight I took, there was only like 4 of us on that flight.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah. That has not happened for a while.
Ugh.
I had 20 open seats for the first time like 2 days ago, and it was amazing.
What the heck? You're like, everybody spread out.
Yeah. Ever since COVID came back, everyone has been traveling.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, go home. Go away.
Just don't fly.
For 5 minutes.
Don't fly when you're sick, at least.
No, absolutely not.
People are gross on airplanes.
They're so gross.
I've read somewhere that an airplane was just as dirty as like a public subway.
It's absolutely disgusting. Anybody that wants to join the Mile High Club, I suggest you don't. Because the bathroom is disgusting.
I hate using bathrooms on planes.
It's
or do it at your own
so
risk. What's some advice that you would give to someone who's interested in becoming a flight attendant, maybe is going through the interview process right now?
I think some keywords that you want to do when you're applying or even interviewing is safety. They look out for safety. Like if you're saying that you want to give somebody the best experience that you can on that airline, but you also want to do it safely, those are like keywords that they look for that will get you in a room usually.
Yeah. I love being safe. I love safety.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Basically. Safety, 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 safety.
Yeah.
But also I'm really great at customer service.
Yeah. I mean, customer service, I think would, be really important. I don't know how someone would apply safety to their resume unless they've done something like that already.
Yeah. Well, it's not really like, so when you fill out an application for, say, a flight attendant, you do send your resume in, but then they have questions that you answer.
Oh, okay.
Like personality questions that usually have to also answer those the way that they would want you to answer them, not the way that you would normally answer them.
What's a reason why someone should not become a flight attendant? Or a couple of reasons if you have them.
I think if you don't like living out of a bag, a suitcase, then you should definitely not do this job because you are gone all the time. And I think if you're sensitive, maybe think about it. Because it is a hard job and people yell at you all day long for no reason at all. And if you can't like just take it or yell back or stick up for yourself or whatever, then maybe do something else.
How do you maintain your friendships?
I share my location with people so they know when I'm here.
I do have her location, but I never check it, to be honest.
But I hardly check anybody's here. But just so people know if they're like, oh, is she here? Like I said, because I hate having to like always say,
I'm home.
Or even like if you invite me to something, I hate being like, oh, I can't because I'm out of town. Because then eventually people stop
inviting you to things.
So I'm like, well, no, I'll just share my location. They can check. And if I am, then they can invite me. If not, then they don't have to. The job is honestly as easy or hard as you can make it or as you make it. So, I mean, if it's easy.
Yeah.
It's just hard if you make it difficult.
What things make it difficult?
I mean, people make it very difficult. But just like if you overthink it, like I'm like, I work smarter, not harder for sure. Like even just like with coworkers and stuff, like it's very simple. It's very easy. You don't have to overthink it. Because if you do, then you're just like an anxious, like gotta get out there, you know, like kind of person. And you just want it to be chill. Because if you're chill, then other people might be chill.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like, I'm sure very incredibly repetitive.
Oh, right? so repetitive. Yeah.
You guys
like, snack. Would you like
like
something to drink? I'm like, oh my God. I need to say anything else, please.
In general, you're like content with your job.
Yeah. I get to travel for like free, basically.
List like your top 3 favorite things about being a flight attendant.
Traveling for free, and traveling for free. All those.
Dang,
those
you don't
3.
like love the people you get to meet, and
I love the people I get to work with.
Yeah, your coworkers, I'm sure.
The people on airplanes, not usually. I mean, if you're nice, I'll give you whatever you want. But if you're not nice, you're out.
Yeah, you want extra Cheez-Its? I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you guys even give?
We don't have Cheez-Its, no.
That's fine. Let's talk about things that people really give a shit about when it comes to flying and flight attendants. How much drama is there? I've heard some stories. There's either drama, there's not. I've heard that, and confirm or deny all you want, but I've heard that everyone sleeps with each other.
Yeah.
Everyone's fucking. There's a lot of cheaters.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God. Okay. I'll let you speak speak on it.
Especially in my 20s. I feel like I don't really see it as much now.
Yeah. Or they're like, hide it from the old bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Hide it from the grandma. She doesn't want any part of that. No, we, in my 20s, it definitely was a lot of sleeping with pilots and pilots that are married. They all cheat on their wives. Most of them.
Terrible.
Not, I won't say all of them because I'll probably get hate mail for that one. But
allegedly.
yeah. A lot of them do. And so don't date a pilot. No, sorry.
Yeah.
I have a lot of pilot friends that are going to kill me.
They're like, don't rat on us. Are they married?
Actually, no. Well, yeah, some of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, I do have one guy friend, pilot, that would never cheat on his wife. And I love him so much for it.
If he did, would you like give him shit about it?
Oh, yeah. I would be like, I thought you were a good person. But yeah, I mean, it's part of the job. I feel like, you know, you have a boyfriend in every city. I did
have a boyfriend or a girlfriend in every city?
No, I had a boyfriend in every city probably in my 20s.
How did you?
Now I'm too tired.
I'm too tired and I'm too old. Do you think it's the cheating and... I mean, I'm sure like a lot of them aren't in relationships and a lot of people are just hooking up. It's just because like you're just with each other all the time. It's easy or because,
you're together stuck in a tube for, you know, so many days and so many hours. And then you're on a layover.
Yeah.
Everyone's drinking. Just shit happens. There were 2 girls that got into a fist fight because they were both dating the same pilot on the jet bridge one time right before a flight.
What?
Yeah.
They were on the same flight with their pilot boyfriend?
I think one crew was getting off and the other girl was standing there and he was on the flight with the one that was getting off.
How did they even like put 2 and 2 together?
Who knows?
That's crazy.
Flight attendants talk. We all know everything.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Where does the hooking up happen? Do you think, or do you know?
Hotels.
Which I know you know.
Hotels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not
at those like, what are those houses that you said earlier?
Crash beds. It will happen in a crash bed too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to admit to who it is, but like, do you know of people who have hooked up on the plane? Do people do? I feel like that's kind of bold, like for a flight attendant or for a pilot to do that.
There was a flight attendant who got fired because he did something with a porn star in the back galley and
with the who?
A porn star. And the guy recorded it and put it on like Twitter or something. And he got fired.
What?
Yeah.
What? Okay, the back galley is just like the very back of the plane?
Yeah, where we hang out. Also, don't stand back there.
What if I'm waiting for the bathroom?
No,
don't wait for the
aisle.
bathroom.
No.
The worst part is when I get up to use the bathroom and then someone who's sitting closer to the bathroom than me, like fucking sees me coming and then
jumps in front of you. Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
I hope you get pee on yourself.
Yeah. People come to the back galley though and literally will start doing yoga. And I'm like, no, go back to your seat.
This is in no way me making fun of this person in case she ever watches this. But there's a friend in college. I remember she was on a really, really long flight from Oregon to some country that I can't remember. I think it was like somewhere in Asia. And she was working out at the airport and was using water bottles and doing like arm curls and lunges down the walkway in the airplane. Yeah. And she had someone record it.
I would have literally called the pilot and been like, can you turn the seatbelt sign on so I have to make her sit down?
I'm just like, I appreciate the dedication to your fitness, but I feel like that's not an appropriate place to do that.
And is that how it works, that actually? You should be seated, you should be, seatbelted in anyways. Like, even if there's not turbulence, because there's this thing called clear air and air traffic control, and no one sees it because it's clear.
It's like black ice.
Yeah, and it comes out of nowhere. So like it's like when the plane just drops. Like it's not like shaking, it just drops like a couple feet or something.
Yeah.
That's clear air. So like you just go whoop. I've been on the cart and I've been having to hold on to the cart because I like jumped up. Yeah. So
I hate turbulence, and every time turbulence hits, I'm like, all right, I'm fucking dying. I hope someone takes care of my dogs.
Oh my God.
Deletes all the inappropriate stuff off my phone.
Turbulence, if the plane is shaking, it's supposed to do that so that it doesn't like fall out of the sky. It's fine.
It's scary.
It's good.
No.
I love it because everyone sits down and then it's just like a bunch of bobbleheads.
Just like,
yeah, it's great.
What other advice would you give to a nervous flyer?
Just don't drink.
Just don't drink.
Because that's like when stuff like that happens is like when the girl yelling, sorry,
this motherfucker. is not real.
Yes, exactly. Stuff like that happens.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. He's not, like, who's not real? Where?
I don't know. She saw someone, and I think you guys are covering it up.
I mean, it's possible. I've had some crazy stuff happen on planes, though. She's like nothing compared to what I've had.
Oh, God. Scary.
Yeah. I had a guy pee in a water bottle and drink it.
You're lying.
I'm not. I'm absolutely not.
What the fuck?
Yep. I'm not. He said, he was saying aviation cremation. I have enough tombstones on this plane for everybody. The plane's going down. And the pilot had just said seats for takeoff, so we had to emergency call him.
Oh, you weren't on the...
We were about to take off, and so we emergency called him. We pulled off the runway, and he was like, "Is everything okay?" And it was like runway construction and SFO at San Francisco at the time, and we were going to Vegas. So I was like, it's going to take more time to go back to the gate. And so I talked to him, and I was like, "Are you threatening the flight?" And he was like, No. And I'm like, okay, well, you need to stop talking crazy, or you have to get off the plane.
You guys let him stay on?
Well, we were going to.
Oh.
And then he goes... So then I see a water bottle with no cap on it. And I said to the other flight attendant, I said, he's going to try to go into the bathroom with that water bottle. Do not let him. He's like, why? I go, because he's going to try to smoke something out of it. And we don't need him starting a fire.
Like he was using it as bong water or something?
Who knows? Meth, I don't know. You just put, I'm sure he had tinfoil with him.
I don't know how meth works.
No. Honestly, neither do I, clearly. But he was like...
how terrible.
Yeah, so then he literally 2 minutes later goes, can I go to the bathroom? And the pilot said, let him go. And we went to go let him go. And I said, you can go to the bathroom. The water bottle stays out here. And he goes, what? I need to go to the bathroom. I need to pee. And I said, yeah, okay. The water bottle. Why do you need your water? You can go to the bathroom. I said, he's like, I need to pee. I was like, okay.
How old was this guy?
Oh, do you think? In his 30s, probably.
He was young.
Yeah. And I said, he goes, I need to pee. And I was like, okay. Well, again,
toddler.
You can. And so he just whipped his dick out, peed in the water bottle, and drank almost the whole thing. And then he started running up and down the aisle. And the pilot called him and was like, are we good to go? I was like, no. We got to go back to the gate.
Never let them know your next move, guys. Drink the piss out of the water bottle.
Yeah.
Is he on the no-fly list?
Probably. I mean, this wasn't Virgin Days. This was a long time ago. It was like 10 years ago.
I mean, I think that wraps up that part of the podcast. One thing that we like to get into is this little thing that we like to call like this or that. So I'm just gonna ask you a bunch of random shit, this or that questions pertaining to LA.
Okay.
So it'll be like you just pick one of them, but it's fast. So just answer.
Okay.
Don't think about it.
It's like yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Santa Monica Pier or Venice Beach?
Santa Monica Pier.
Hollywood sign hike or Griffith Observatory visit?
I've never done the Hollywood sign hike, so I'll have to say Griffith.
Wait, okay. I know this is rapid fire, but really?
Yeah.
Wait, you've never done the hike?
No.
I'll be honest with you. It fucking sucks.
Yeah,
it's
that's why
hard.
I haven't done it.
It's hard. It's like incline all the way. I mean, the end is awesome. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But don't do it.
No, I'm lazy. So I would think between Runyon and Griffith, I'd pick Griffith.
Oh, In-N-Out or Pink's Hot Dogs?
In-N-Out.
I've never been to Pink's Hot Dogs.
Me either, but it just looks gross.
Dodger game at Dodger Stadium or Lakers game at Crypto Staples Center Arena?
Oh my God, I'm really bad. So I've never been to either, but I would probably pick Dodgers because I just want to get a Dodger dog. Sunset
Boulevard or Melrose Avenue?
Sunset.
Getty Museum or LACMA?
LACMA. I've never been to Getty though, actually. There's a lot of LA things I have not done.
I revoke your Los Angelino card.
No, you're like, you're not a Los Angelino.
Malibu beaches or Manhattan Beach?
Malibu.
Malibu, I agree. Farmers Market at the Grove or Smorgasburg, LA?
Ooh, Smorgasburg.
I've never been. Take me. Universal Studios, Hollywood or Disneyland?
Universal.
Mm-hmm. Rodeo Drive shopping or downtown LA shopping?
Ooh, downtown LA because I could probably afford it.
You can go to the alleys.
Yeah.
And get your hot dog.
Yeah.
At Santee Alley.
Oh, yeah.
Echo Park Lake or Silver Lake Reservoir?
Probably Silver Lake. I don't know.
It's cool. It's cool to walk around.
Yeah,
But you can't sit and chill like Echo Park.
No.
La Brea Tar Pits or Natural History Museum of Los Angeles?
I don't know.
Neither?
Let's go with the Tar Pits.
She hasn't been.
It's right next to the LACMA, so it's easy.
The
LACMA.
Old Town Pasadena or Santa Monica's 3rd Street Promenade?
Old Town Pasadena.
I agree. Yes. LA tacos or LA sushi?
Oh my God, what kind of question is that?
Yeah, you're a traveler, so you know better than us.
I know, but tacos and sushi. Can I have a sushi burrito?
Dang.
Okay.
Some real
Vincent's
fusion
gonna
here.
kill me.
Here in the valley, we have Ventura Boulevard, which is known as
Sushi Row.
Sushi Row. Beverly Hills or Bel Air.
To live?
Whatever.
Beverly Hills.
Pick.
Well, the Fresh Prince is from Bel Air. I don't know, but I'll pick Beverly Hills.
Hollywood Bowl concert or the Greek Theater concert?
I do love the bowl.
Have you been to both?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just love when you can bring your own drinks. I mean, I know you can't do
That's
that
pretty
at
sick. You can
every
picnic.
event, but yeah, that's my favorite part.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, that was it for our
Not so rapid fire.
Our not so rapid fire. To be fair, our producer left us. Emma's just super easygoing, and she let us run this however we like. She's not releasing. Okay, but anyways, this episode will come out eventually.
Woo.
Thank you so much for being on it.
Thank you.
It's such a fun thing to do with you because I haven't gotten to see you in such a long time, and
I know.
I feel like every time that I see you, it's just like it's so easy to just talk and sit with you.
I know. That's why I love you so much.
Well, that's really sweet of you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Next time you're on a flight, be nice to your flight attendant,
Please.
or else.
Or else.
But all right, that's it. Thanks, guys. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.